Hello everyone, I'm just going to expand on the first video, so this is part 1B before we get to ahead of ourselves in creating more stuff for this area. What we're going to be creating is we're going to give your character some armor and stuff when he first starts out, and instead of using default character that you saw in the first video, how he was naked and stuff, we can bring in your character that you created with the character creation screen and bring him into the game, your module itself. Now he won't be the same level as you have him in your in one of your save games, but you can bring his likeness into the game. I won't go into detail what every little part of the script represents. We're going to save that later down the road when we work on the scripting portion of stuff. It's just way too much for this particular video, but I have saved 2 files. One is called creation for the character creation screen, and one that's just going to skip the character creation screen and give the default character items for him to fight whatever we have later down the road for quest, any hostile enemies or hostile NPCs. But how to start? So we need to have a starting script for your module. So when we want to go to File, New, and we're going to go to Script, and just type in there tutorial_module and hit OK. I already have this script, so I'm not going to hit OK. I'm just going to hit cancel, and it's either going to, it should be able to load up. For your case, you should see something blank, unlike this, but you see something totally blank with nothing on there. Included with this video, there's going to be the 2 text files. Go ahead and open up the creation one, which I have right here, and you're just going to copy and paste. I'm just going to delete everything and paste over it, so it'll look like this, and go ahead and hit save, but make sure double check first before you hit, before you go anywhere. Compile, and it says compile is successful. I made sure of that, but just in case you might excuse me, just in case that you might have didn't copy it all the way or whatnot, it's always good to always compile your script. Now let's go ahead and close this. We need to add this to the module, so this will be the starting event scripting. So you're going to go to File, Manage Modules, you're going to go to Properties, and you're going to see where it says Script. I already have the tutorial_module script, but you're just going to find it where you saved it at, which I have it saved here in the main toolset resources. You would hit OK. I'm just going to hit cancel, and it'll be already saying that, or it'll already loaded up there on the box. Just hit OK. I'm going to hit cancel. Just close this out, and you should have a character creation screen as soon as you load up your module. However, you're not done yet. Every time you have to edit the tutorial_module script, it breaks your area transitions. So it's always a good idea when you're creating your modules to create that right after you load up a new module, and edit whatever you need to edit ahead of time. So right now, if I was to load it up, go in, export it out, load it up in the game, you're going to see it as soon as it loads. It's going to say unable to load module. That's because it breaks, like I said, the area transitions. Like I have right here, that's going to another area, which is the invisible area transition. We're going to go to variables to fix this problem. And now, if you didn't install that script yet, and you're looking at it, oh, the values look the same, even though it looks the same, for some reason it kind of breaks it. So just go ahead and double click on it, just hit enter, double click on it and just hit enter, hit OK, and we're going to go to the next door. Do the same thing, variables. We already know these are right, so just double click and enter so it somehow loads it back up. We're going to go back to the interior. Got how to move. Just double click and enter, double click, enter. And that should be okay. Go ahead and save everything. Let's go to global. Let's go to tools, export dependent resources. And we're going to go to tools, export the module XML, the manifest XML, and then we're good to go. We should be able to see this in the game. If you want to skip the character creation, just do the same thing, other than except instead of making a new script, go ahead and go to your script right here, tutorial module, double click on that and copy the creation script text file and paste it onto the on the module, the scripting for the tutorial module script. Just paste it on there, and you're going to have to do the same thing with your area transitions, or they'll be broken again. And then just give me a moment. I'm going to switch over to the game so you can see the what we added. Okay, we have loaded inside the game. Now let's see if the script actually works. I have put in the creation script in there. So let's go ahead and see if the creation screen shows up. So we're going to load up the tutorial one, wait for it to load. As you can see, it loads up perfectly. It tells us if you want to create a new character or import our one from the character creation. As you can see, my character is right there. I can change the class or even the race if I choose to. I'm just going to keep it the same. The points couldn't change anything anyways. It does give you points that you can add for yourself. Now this is the moment of truth. As you can see, it's still loading up, so that's a good sign because we went back and fixed our area transitions. If you did not fix it, then you will see could not load module because there will be some, because the area transitions, if they're not correct, they will break and it will have that error. But as you can see, my character is now in the game. He has a few stats. I mean, he has stats now. Your other character didn't have anything. So if I was to put in, or if you were to put in monsters in there, Darkspawn, whatever, it would been an instant kill, and then now been the end of it. So that's pretty much it for this video tutorial. Go ahead and play around with the other one too. See how you prefer. I did notice that every time you load up your module, if you have the character creation screen always up as the main script, you always have to be going into the character creation every time you want to do something with your module. So the character underscore skip file will probably be the best choice for you until you finish with your actual script. I have not figured out how to add in your character from a saved game, but later down the road, if I figure that one out, I'll be sure to tell you guys. And the next set of videos, I already created part 2, which is to add some of these NPCs as you see. There's also some monsters into the hut, but he's going to be our quest giver, as you see. He's named Quest Giver, and then that Quest Giver will give you a quest. He will have a conversation first, then give you a quest, and then you dispatch the foes that are inside the hut, and then he'll reward you for your good deeds. And then the third video would be adding the conversation files. So he's having a dialogue with you, because it can be kind of plain that you just click on him, he just gives you an automatic quest. So I'll set that up on the third video, and then maybe on the fourth, if I can find someone to voice act some of the the quest giver. Maybe we'll see what we can do with like adding the voice for your quest giver.